You already know, man. Y'all probably don't know where I'm at, or probably asking where this dude been at. But this has been a process since the end of November. Well, longer than that. Just trying to get it all together. But really, in today's video, we're gonna be discussing why I sold the Hellcat. What would I do it again? Basically recap this. Basically, just to talk about it in detail. This house I renovated, bought, flipped. It's about to go live tomorrow. So obviously I won't post this video until it sells and everything, and I can tell you my true full experience on how everything went, start to finish. Right now it's like 90% done. We still gotta go through the buyers, sell it, everything, and I can be like, okay, this was a very good decision. So God willing, everything's gonna go good. But let me flip the camera and show you guys a little bit. So I'm gonna put this thing on 0.5 and so you guys can see, but basically all this, I have pictures. You guys are probably seeing it right now if I'm editing it. This thing did not look like this. Did a very good job. My contractors did a very good job on making this more modern and, making this a house that someone will want to buy. Very ample space and everything. One thing I learned in this process was be very pessimistic when going through and looking at your renovations, because I honestly thought, I'll put out numbers right now, I don't care. I thought this thing was gonna be, $15,000. Which one is it? Let me turn that, it's making too much noise. I thought this thing was gonna be $15,000 to repair and everything, but it ended up being like $45,000 with labor, construction costs, all that. But looking very nice, everything. Nice little shower going on. This is granite, but like a better version of granite. Don't ask me the name, I forgot. I just know it's expensive. Got the room. So this was originally a 2-bedroom, one bathroom house. We made it 2-2. This window was broken. We fixed that up and everything. And this is still a very big, ample space. Backyard is huge. We put a fence around it. This didn't have a fence before. Put a whole fence around that because the neighbors was annoying as I don't know what. They would just cross through. But hopefully that's a good selling feature, that privacy fence. I'm telling you, that fence was a pain to make. It took like 3 weekends to do. Let's see here. This is the second bedroom here where we added the other bath. So closet's in there. Second bath is in here. Pretty nice. Yes, sir. Very nice, very clean. I'll tell you one thing, the most important part in doing this, getting, good contractors and everything, making sure to stick to schedule. One thing I learned is, even if you have the best contractors, the schedule not always gonna work just because things come up and people got families too, which is why I wasn't tripping too much. I was tripping, but at the same time, I was like, nah, I can't trip too much. Nice little feature here. Change colors and everything. We're just trying to see if this was a good idea, doing this whole house flipping thing. Because if we go back to the Hellcats, we're always having fun doing all this stuff with the Hellcats. But at the end of the day, where's that money going? In the trash, Putting the money in for the gas, putting the money in for the monthly payments, the down payments, whatever it is. You can keep doing this process over and over again, or you can put that money to work into some investment properties like this. Either if you're selling them or holding them, my main thing is I'm gonna try to flip as many as I can, and then after a while start holding some. Because really, if you're starting out, you can look it up. Holding's not the best idea unless you already got money like that, maybe $1 million, $2 million in the tank. But if you're just starting out and you're trying to get your first couple mils, definitely flipping is the way to go. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stack my money up. And then, buy the crazy cars. Like Hellcats, like I said, you can afford that stuff, but it's not financially comfortable. Like you could stop working and keep paying for them, So I want to have things like this to add additional income streams. I'm not trying to have 5-6 income streams, but this is definitely a good one to have and a good skill set to have to, make more money and everything. And that's what I want to make the channel about, really, having fun with cars, because I love cars. All that, but also teaching people how to get there and managing them that, because I know a lot of people, they just go crazy. they'll spend their whole life savings on a car and then they look stupid. I know a lot of people out there, a lot of people out here doing that. So I'm not trying to be like that, and I don't want you to end up like that. Whoever's watching the video, you know. So yeah, man. Hopefully, God willing, everything goes good. Obviously, I'm gonna update you guys on the process, but I just want to speak my mind. I haven't put my face on the camera like that and just talked in a while, so you know. Nice little process, man. I'm really happy with how the kitchen ended up. It's very modern. Guys, I'll catch you guys on the next update. Well, I'm on my way to the bank, the house. This is part 2 of this video, by the way. The house sold like weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, but I'm just now getting my money. So before we get into this crazy story, let's talk about the selling process. So the house, I listed it like I was talking about, and it sold in 8 days, right? A bunch of BS back and forth, a lot of miscommunication. That's why you got to be on top of things. I had to be on top of the agents and stuff, the attorneys. You know, they're gonna do their job, but not the pace that I want it to be done. So I just gotta stay on top of people. It is what it is. Can't control other people like that. But overall, the process was kind of stressful, just because, like I said, so much miscommunication going on, or not enough communication. But I'm gonna flip the camera and show you guys the end result, and you know, we're gonna kind of discuss it. I would say this was definitely a worthwhile endeavor. It's my first one, so definitely probably not as much profit as I would have liked to make, but I learned a lot of lessons, and I know what not to do for the next one. You guys gotta remember, it's people making 50 to 100, 20, 30K, a lot of money doing these flips. The real wealth is in keeping the houses, you know. So that's gonna be my ultimate goal: get enough flips where I stack up enough money and get enough properties that over the years the network just makes my net worth go up. So that's the goal. But let me flip the camera here for you guys. So as you can see, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm driving. 62,490 something, and then another 1,000 because this was like the difference between some BS that happened with like the title or whatever. But yeah, talking about the money. So after the house was sold, everybody got paid besides me. All that money you just saw now, I'm just now getting it. It was supposed to have been wired to me. The buyer's attorney wired it to me, and I guess because my company name has Cuban in it, they put it in the notes, and they probably flagged it for like communism or something like that, which I get. You know, I'm pretty sure I get why they would flag that, but I don't know why that dude would put that in the notes. But it was annoying. I had to be on top of these attorneys for about 2.5 weeks. It's not like they weren't trying to give me my money. It was just the banks tripping out. So I went 2.5 weeks. Everybody got paid like 2.5 weeks ago. I did all the work, and I'm the last person getting paid. So it's kind of like, I'm kind of like tripping about it. But if you think about it, it's kind of some BS, you know? You would expect the person that did the most work, planning everything out, finding a deal, renovating it, finding a seller, all that, to get paid first. So it's kind of stupid, but now I didn't want to mess around and get another wire and then take a long time. So I just like, bro, just give me a check. I'll go to the bank and deposit it, because I'm not trying to deal with this 2-3 weeks again. It's a whole mess. So my next plans after this is really going to be trying to settle down a little bit, get my own property. Like I said, live there for maybe 5-10 years, let the valley keep going on, because that's what all houses do. And then start looking for the next flip in maybe like 6 months to a year from now. Because most of my money is gonna go towards like down payment and stuff like that for this next property. This next property, I'm gonna get it either like little renovations needed or already renovated, because it's gonna be for me to live in. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. My advice, anybody want to do this, a lot of people talk about you don't need your own money to do these flips. You can use credit. Like, yeah, you can, but you got to be really smart about it. Like, I use credit and cash, mostly credit, and even though I came out of it good, like, bro, you got to be on top of what you're doing to not scammed, but not get ran through by like interest. I use 0% interest for some cards, but because I didn't know that I would go over my renovated budget, I had to use credit cards with interest. So every month, to give you an example, I was able to save like between $1,000 to $1,500 every month at work. And that was not the case for 4 or 5 months while this renovations were going on, because just that much. I had to pay the mortgage on the hard money loan. I had to pay the loans for the labor. I had to pay so many loans, so many credit card fees, you know, so not fun. So make sure you got liquid cash on standby so you don't got to go through that. And let's say you are using credit cards, you can still use that liquid cash and not worry about your active income paying for it. So that's what I got to say about that. But yes, sir, I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. Sir.